eaten yet! Your road ends here! Your gold belongs to us! This is my lucky day. We'll make short work of it.
So, you're the one Phaedros dragged into his madness. Apologies for the mess. I'm in the middle of cleaning up. I'm Alma, the alchemist. Pleased to meet you. I won't deny, I'd have preferred to meet under much more favorable circumstances. I feel a bit like I've been caught at the scene of a crime, which, in a sense, I have. Although, in my defense, if we're speaking of crimes, this one is twofold. Phaedros's reckless experiments had to be stopped. The Guild warned him repeatedly that he was crossing the line. Unfortunately, yes. The rules of our guild are clear. Crossing the established boundaries results in consequences, and those consequences grow more severe with greater transgressions. It's not like he wasn't warned. He knew exactly what he was doing and the risks involved. Believe me, taking measures like this brings me no joy. But we can't keep constant control over everyone. There are certain acts that simply cannot be forgiven. Phaedros was a threat, not just to himself and the Guild, but to others as well. I'm sorry it had to come to this. First, I need to finish cleaning up here and prepare. I'll also secure the rest of his research and materials to ensure they don't fall into the wrong hands. And then I'll have to write a report. Ugh, I hate paperwork. And then... Now, Shame our meeting had to be under these circumstances. Believe me, not you seem all right, though. Charles's calm demeanor. Tell me, what made you join? A big deal. Very lofty. But be careful, all right? Knowledge and its... At some point, one might take just one step too far and uncover secrets that were never meant to be revealed. But so, what... Charles is my Croakmore, though he's far from a typical specimen of... He won't bite your hand off. Unless, of course, he senses ill. At the moment, he trusts you. I wouldn't call the process taming. It was something different. Let's say I found Charles just after he was born, abandoned by his mother, so I took him in. It was the perfect chance to... While working on his exposed skull, I had to disrupt the areas responsible for his sense of belonging and... If this were a question, I would say it's a valid one. To be honest, I don't know. I assume it all depends on perspective. If we accept that the brains of living beings, then perhaps I managed to redirect the function of so that it operates based on different needs and perceives its place in the world differently. It's or that but or the it in I've as the until
shouldn't be here. This is no place for the living. You should not ask me. The Druids created this place. They called it the Hall. We all wanted to see the garden. I doubt they expected some. I cannot. I am bound. I think my name was Mallory. I wandered in search. In that dream, a beautiful, towering, and so this is what I found. I suppose it's what lies beyond those ever watching. They wait for our next move when we finish our little. To be honest, I fear there is no plan. It may well be the most terrifying vision. That we live in a world stripped of the forces, a world where there is no hand to guide. The slaughter has come to pass. A foul, many lives reduced to one. Humans have a rather dreadful tendency to descend in. You could try counting. We slaughtered one another until, after countless hours, I awoke from the poor Alice and Eve. Those were the last two I killed. Those two I remember. It's staggering, isn't it? How many good lives. Perhaps we should finish our conversation. There's no... If I could ask you one... I truly wish...
What a grim... I had hoped that poor wretch, Mallory, would be the last Of course, I should feel obliged to greet you at the very beginning. My name is Prydwen, and I am the last druid in this garden. And I know what this place used to be. But now I assume this is the answer to the The first resurrection of Arthur shattered our understanding of the eternal cycle. It was beyond. We needed to take a step back. And for that, we needed a place of peace. The idea of a garden reminded us we really believed that we could reinvent humanity in a world like that. Unthinkable. Even now, after so many years, the king was dragged back to the land of... It turned out to be abuse. To take the memory of a life so precious and full of potential, step by step, over... Not in the way I expected, but yes, I have found the answers. The source of our it's an infinite jest and the perfect tragedy of our lives. That we never truly know what we are, or the nature of our lives. Until we succumb to corruption, only then does everything begin to appear as it truly is. This place is like a Indeed. Humanity is but a waste product in the grand reaction of our Each resurrection of Arthur made it painfully clear that we have no true understanding of for anything can happen. And we, as humans, are not creatures suited. What has already happened, there is only one. There is a sealed gate, whether to face this terror or not, if you consider that to be your path. Abomination born from a futile the child. You have returned. You reek of You've killed our child, and set the fate of the... So, now at last, let the flower bloom in all its beauty. Thank you.
you are, finally. I've been searching everywhere for you. This is a matter of utmost importance. You simply must help me. My Duncan has gone missing, and if we don't find him soon, he might be in grave danger. Please, you have... I can't possibly be a... I've been common. It. I'm not. And. He's not dead. Don't be ridiculous. They need him for the money, don't they? I tried, but that oaf at the gate forbade me from entering the. Besides,
Hold your ground, men! My arm has never failed me. Your armor won't save you. Fear in your eyes. I see fear in your eyes. I will be your downfall. Show yourself!
Damn it, I should have guessed she'd hire you. I was hoping she'd notify the keepers and then just forget about... Clearly, I was considering making a deal with one of the local gangs to stage an actual kidnapping, but I didn't want to disappear forever, but I was afraid they might do their job a bit... Oh, please, you know my wife. She even dragged... Now she has decided she wants to stay here, to leave Camelot. Leave our entire life behind and move to... And I bet in 2 months she'll want to move again. Maybe to the Forlorn Swords, or... I just can't take it anymore. I'm too old for this. I want a loving wife, a When I arrived in Camelot, I had money, but I lacked useful connections. The Morays were an old and well-respected family on the edge of financial ruin. Our interests were aligned. As for Alyssa, she was young, beautiful, and, well, we barely... I thought it was their strict traditions, but really they probably didn't want her scaring me off. I hoped she'd settle down eventually, but these people, they're just different. Leaving a woman like Alyssa isn't that simple. Her family would ruin me. And I provided them with them. Believe me, it was simpler to cut my losses, grab what money I could, and start over as far away. I cut off my finger, just in case someone did come looking. I hoped they'd find it and bring it to Alyssa. I didn't think it all the way through. Just tell her I'm dead, Say, please, if I go back, we'll just... Oh, thank you! A young widow who lost her husband in the south will be the talk of the court. She'll find a new... Well then, farewell.
Well, you're back, but I see that you're... He did what? No, you must... But that leaves him with nothing. No, I refuse to believe this. This must be some... Leave! I thought I made myself clear, but you're... It's you again. How much? Oh, well, as you can see. Truly, do you even need to ask? Of course not. My life is in a shambles. Should I dare to return to Camelot, here, in this bandit-infested provincial backwater? And pray tell. That's an intriguing notion, though I must admit, the South doesn't exactly strike me as a... And where would I even find appropriate materials? I doubt the local so-called merchants off... Not to say those don't have their uses, but I would still... Well, I suppose that could work, as long as you at least tried to keep blood off them. Oh, no, dear gods. Or man, since this part of Avalon appears to be lacking, I must confess, this concept grows. Now, if you'd be so kind as to excuse me, I have Duncan? What of him? He left me, as you so aptly know. I still can't fathom how he could do this to me. Our marriage was... Love? That's the... He was up. I don't know... I did have my youthful indiscretions, of course, as I suppose everyone does. But I have always known I would marry a man chosen for me by my parents. I lacked any real choice in the matter. At least... Very well.